Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Throlash Plays Minecraft. Today we are doing something very exciting. We're gonna fight the Wither. I'm terrified, absolutely terrified. I'm so nervous. I've never done this before. This is gonna be nerve-wracking, but I think we got this, guys. We've been doing some awesome things. We're fully kitted out in some great gear, but I think it's time. I definitely think it's time that we should face this fear, and it's the one right before the dragon. Oh, God, I'm so scared. But we have to... Always one too many. We have to give it a couple of things ready before we go. First of all, there's some potions that I want to brew up. Just want to make sure we've got... Nope, we don't have any fuel in these, so I need 2 blaze rods. Put one in here. Whoops. One in... Oh, they take blaze powder. Idiot. Ay. Alright, let's put one here. And we'll put one here. And I want to make, let's see, 2 different potions here. I want to make a potion of regeneration. And I want to make a potion of, what's the other one I want? Strength. Potion of strength. Now, to start off, we need to make, what are they called? Awkward potions, which is just nether wart. Okay? So while that's percolating... I also want a potion of night vision, but I already have one of those in our handy-dandy ender chest. We got a potion of night vision and 2 potions of healing. So what we're making right now is potion of regen and strength, as I believe I said. So there's our awkward potion, and for the regen we need a ghast tear, and for strength, what do we need? Blaze powder, I believe. So we do a ghast tear in here, and we do blaze powder in there. We should get healing and strength. Whoops, there we go, strength. Now, interesting thing about potions is you can manipulate them based on using 2 different types of dust. Now, redstone dust always makes things last longer. So, for example, if I were to throw redstone dust into our potions of regeneration, they would go from 45 seconds to, I think, 1.5 minutes. Okay? And what happens is every 2.5 seconds, we get half a heart back. All right? So every 2.5 seconds, half a heart comes back for us there. All right? If we were to use glowstone dust instead, the effects would happen faster. So instead of 2.5 seconds, I think it's 1.5 seconds, we get a heart back. But it goes from 45 seconds to about 22. So it's kind of a trade-off between, you know, do we want health faster or do we want health longer? Right? It's an interesting conundrum here. So I think what we're going to do, because I panic a lot, is I'm going to make these give us health faster. And these ones here, the potion of strength, gives us +3 damage. Right? Which is awesome. If we were to give it a piece of redstone dust, it would last from 3 minutes to, I think, 8 minutes, but don't quote me on that. If we were to give it glowstone dust, again, it's going to reduce the time, but it's going to make us stronger. So we're going to throw glowstone dust in that guy there. There, regen 2, and it only lasts 22 seconds. But that's, I think that's going to be just fine. That should be more than enough time. If one of them runs out, though, we can just chug another one. That's why we made 3. And there's our strength 2, so we get +6 damage instead of +3, but it only lasts for 1.5 minutes. But again, I'm not too worried about that. This boss fight really shouldn't take longer than like 2 minutes, I don't think. So in our awesome little ender chest here, I've made a couple of more pieces of armor with blast protection on them. And I think this is going to help us because, as I said in the last episode, the... Wither is a very explosive mob. It shoots wither skulls at people and they explode, people and mobs, I guess, and they explode, and it's a real bad time if you don't have blast protection on, okay? I have fire protection on the helmet, which is great, just in case we encounter any fire or any other like. And then these here are just protection 4 and breaking, which are going to be wonderful to soak up a little bit of damage. It would be awesome if I had a Smite 5 sword. And the reason for that is the Wither is an undead boss. It's an undead mob. So, Smite obviously deals more damage to undead things. So it would be great if we had Smite 5, but I just checked, and I don't feel like, I don't have 30 levels, and I don't feel like going out and grinding for more right now just to get a different sword that we're going to use maybe, once or twice. Something that's extremely important when you're fighting the Wither is you should really put tools that you don't want to lose somewhere safe. Let's see, I'm probably not going to, I'll keep one crafting bench, and I'll keep the bed, but we're going to need this. We might need this guy just in case. We definitely want the bow. All these arrows, I mean, it's an infinity bow. It's not a big deal, but we'll keep the arrows anyways, and we definitely need building blocks. Those are important. So what you should have on you is some armor, a sword, a decent bow, some building blocks, and we'll get into the rest of it once we actually... Oh, and I need to stock up on food. Something else when you're fighting the Wither that's very important is a bucket of milk. And the reason for that is buckets of milk take off any status effect that you have on you whatsoever. The problem with that is it's also going to take off our potions that we made, which is less than ideal, but it'll take the Wither effect away from us if just in case we need that to happen. So buckets of milk are definitely a good thing to have as well. And our last super important thing that we should really know is when you, like, as I've been saying, the Wither is an explosive mob. So when you fight it, you really need to be somewhere that you don't mind if it gets damaged. So we haven't really done a lot of work over here in this area, which is why we brought the pick as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to dig down in this area here. And we're going to just dig probably down near y equals 11. Just so if we die, and that's why we brought the torches with us. Let's throw these in the offhand, shall we, folks? So that way, when you die, this thing has a lot of blocks to go through, so you can try and get back to it before it causes way too much damage in your world, because this thing won't stop until you kill it, which can cause a lot of problems. So we are here at y equals 11, and in this direction I can hear running water and some lava and such. So I'm going to dig out a little channel here, alright? And we're going to make ourselves a crash room, okay? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm going to throw down a bed. Let's make this a little bit bigger. We're going to throw down ourselves a bed. We're going to throw our ender chest here, and we're going to put a crafting table over here. Now, gosh, if we die, this is going to be hopefully where we respawn, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to dig in this direction here, all right? And I'm just going to dig and dig and dig and dig until we get a decent amount of blocks away from that area. All right, and we're going to make that space that I dig out. Oh, emeralds. We're going to make that space where we actually fight the Wither. Okay? Look, it's dig right above me. That was stupid. So if I die, what's going to happen is I'm going to respawn at that bed. And the Wither will just be kind of waiting for us. All we have to do is rush in, pick up our items, and just keep on keeping on with the fight. I'm putting a lot of torches down because if the Wither can break blocks, the Wither can also break torches. Now, this is why we have our night vision potion. Where is that? There it is. Okay, so if the Wither breaks all of these torches and all these blocks, I want to be able to see it still. It's going to be hard to target a giant, dark mob in the dark. So I kind of need to be able to see it. All right, so we've got our crash room set up. It's a little close, and I hear lava in our kill room, which might not be the best, but geez, I think we're gonna give this a shot. What I'll do is I'll take the night vision potion, I'll take the regen potion when I need to, and the potion of strength after after a little while. Now, a lot is about to happen very quickly, okay? So I'll kind of explain it now. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this soul sand down on the ground, all right? And in a very specific orientation, okay? Like this. Kind of like almost like a, what is that, a Tetris piece, okay? On that soul sand, I'm going to put 3 wither skeleton skulls. And once I place this last one, this is going to turn into the wither, all right? Once it turns into the wither, I'm going to back out here. Hopefully it will see me and start to target me. I'm going to take my night vision potion. I'm going to take my potion, probably none of these until I really need to. I might start with the regen after it sees me. And then it will flash for a while and then explode. And once it explodes, I'm going to shoot it with this arrow, okay? I'm going to shoot it and shoot it and shoot it until it goes down to half of its health. Once it gets down that far, you'll see some particles around it. And once those particles come up, it's now immune to arrows. So I have to go in with the sword. And that's what the potion of strength is for, okay? Whew, I am terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. This is the first time I'm ever doing this. God, I hope I got this orientation correct. Oh boy, okay. And by the way, it's going to be really loud. So let's back up, let's back up. Potion of night vision in the gullet. And there it goes. And shoot it. Oh, geez. Very loud. Back up, back up, back up. Alright, so those particles are there. Now it is immune to arrows. And you notice that it's regenerating a little. Okay. Let's take a potion of regen. Go back in with the sword. Whew. And down it goes. Oh, boy. Oh, look, we got some emeralds and diamonds out of it as well. Oh, man. My heart is pounding right now. Oh, goodness. Oh, now, some of you may be wondering, what in the world did I need to fight that stupid giant thing for? And, oh, sorry. My heart is racing. And the reason we fought it is for this nether star right here. And the nether star is important because now we get to build something called a beacon. And beacons are awesome. The reason they're so awesome is instant mining. And I will show you guys that in just a minute. Let me go ahead and pick up all of this stuff. I'll pick up all the diamonds over there, and we'll meet you back at the base. Now that's quite the haul, huh? We got a nether star from the wither, we got 2 emeralds, 60 lapis, some redstone coal, and 19 diamonds. Man, that was a great fight. Now, why did we get this nether star, you might be asking? Hey, I did that right this time. Well, one of the greatest things about a nether star is it gives you access to something called a beacon. Beacons are ridiculously awesome. Now, how they work is you need to place down a sort of pyramid. Oh, I don't have enough blocks here. Okay, so 2 more iron blocks over here, and then boom, you place this beacon down. All right, and what'll happen is there will be a beam of light that goes from this here all the way up to the sky. Now this thing needs light access in order for it to work. Let me go grab these 2 blocks and I'll be right back. There's the achievement. Now, these things make an awesome noise when they activate. They look so cool. Oh man, this is so neat. This is the first time I've ever used one. All right. Now, beacons do some interesting things, okay? When you right-click on a beacon, you get this nifty little... excuse me. You get this nifty little GUI here, okay? And there's a bunch of different powers that you can choose while you have a beacon. And depending on the level of the pyramid that you set up, those powers will increase in strength. You'll get access to more. And if you get, I think it's the full pyramid, you can also get one of these powers as well as regeneration, which is really cool. Now, the reason that the beacon is so great is this power right here. Haste increases your mining. I guess it kind of would be the same as efficiency, right? So we have efficiency 5 on here. Now, if we had haste 2 from a beacon and efficiency 5, we break blocks instantly. And I mean like stone blocks, granite, andesite, any of those things. So just like you break sandstone instantly, you'd be able to do that with every single block. It's just amazing. Now, the way you turn an effect on is you have to kind of feed the beacon an ingot. So it could be an ingot here, a gold ingot, a diamond, or an emerald. All right, and then you would pick one of the powers and hit done. It plays that thing there, and you'll notice that we now have speed on. Okay, so we walk a little bit faster than we did before. If we had speed 2, we'd walk a lot a bit faster than we did before. Okay, increasing the size of the pyramid also increases the range of the beacon. I think the biggest pyramid, which is a 9x9, a 7x7, 5x5, and a 3x3, you can go 50 blocks away from the beacon on any side, and then 256 blocks up. I think it goes straight to build height. So if you plop one of these things down on bedrock in an area 50 by 50 by 50 by 50 that you know you're going to want to dig out, you'll be able to dig out an entire, just a massive area. Okay, something else that's neat with beacons is you can change the color of the beacon. I'm pretty sure I did that right. There we go. Okay, so when you use a piece of stained glass and you put it in the beam, it changes the color of the beam. Now, I did it right here. You can do it all the way up there, and the beam would be this like bluish up until about there, and then it would turn this light stained glass color. All right, I did that with a glass pane. You can also use a piece of glass as well, and it'll change it. All right, so if you want to change your friend's beacon color and you don't want them to know that you've changed your friend's beacon color, notice that the glass pane is completely invisible. So just another fun way to mess with your friends. All right, so this beacon, we've picked speed for its boost. Okay, and you can do, like I said, a secondary power, but you need a full beacon for it. If we break one of these blocks, the beacon should shut off. There it goes. Now, I'm fairly certain that when I put this block back, it's going to remember that we had the speed power. Yep, there we go. So if you break a block, the beacon's going to remember what powers that you wanted from it, so you don't have to keep feeding it ingots all over and over again, okay? What you will have to do is, if you want to go from speed to haste, you will have to feed it a ingot to get that different power applied. But that is the glory and the wonder of the beacon. Now, I don't have enough iron right now in order to set up a full beacon pyramid. That is going to be probably the next episode. We're going to set up our iron farm, so that way we can get an unlimited number of iron. I think if I break this with... Is this right? Is this going to break it? Okay, good. Whew, could you imagine if I just broke that right now? Oh, jeez. So we have to set up our iron farm, so that way we can get unlimited iron, so we can set up this beacon very easily. Now, you don't have to use iron. You can also use gold blocks. You can use diamond blocks. I don't think you can use lapis blocks. You might be able to use emerald blocks as well. It doesn't have to just be iron. Just for the purposes of showing you, I had a lot more iron than I do almost anything else. So I showed you with iron blocks there. Okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and throw this right in our ender chest, so it's nice and safe in this little thing here. So just in case I die like an absolute idiot, which is possible, we don't lose that beacon that we just worked so hard to get. But I believe that might be it, all the time that I have for today. I want to thank everybody for watching my first Wither fight. That was a ton of fun. It was... Oh, gosh, my heart is still racing. It's been about 20 minutes. But thank you for joining me in that awesome fight. Next time, we'll go ahead and set up our iron farm, like I said, and we'll be one step closer to fighting the dragon. And I am equally as terrified to fight that thing as I am the Wither. That is going to be such a ridiculous battle. But thanks again, everybody, for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date on all the crazy shenanigans that happen here. And we'll see you all in the next episode.